Good evening. We are picking up where we left off last week, directly in front of Chocobo's Lagoon, where I have to do Chocobo Hot and Cold, and is my window open? Yes, it is. Sorry about that. People are going to be loud even with the window shut, but that'll make it better a little bit. But yes, I have to dig up more chocographs here, and I would have done that before the stream started, but there's a combination of, like, one, I was told that this time it won't be nearly as bad as the first time, and two, technically this is something that you might not want to miss, I don't know. Let's play Chocobo Hot and Cold. I have very little money. But yeah, basically I just keep digging until I find chocographs. And once I've found every chocograph, the Moogle will let me know, and then I can leave. Like that. So we just do that until the Moogle's like, that's every chocograph, Koopa. Or I run out of money. Which conceivably could happen. I can already tell that this place is like way smaller. So digging things up here is definitely going to be a lot less painful. Also, the timer isn't affected by fast mode, so I can cheat like that. And we're just gonna do this for a while. Once again, I find myself contemplating, like, how awful it must have been to play this on original hardware, where you couldn't speed up like that. Like, particularly if you wanted to, like, do well in this minigame. Tedious. Yeah, I can imagine. It's pretty tedious with the speed up, if I'm being perfectly honest. But yes, welcome. I hope you have a lovely time. Tonight is going to be a relaxing stream, which is my PR-friendly way of saying nothing interesting is going to happen for quite some time. Is there nothing here? The Chocobo's just not getting excited at all. Oh, here we are. Alright, the at-entry tunnel counts. We'll keep that in mind. went shopping today for like groceries. Oh hey, Chocograph. And they really should. I really feel like we should normalize using wagons as an adult. Because, like, my bag full of groceries was about 30 pounds, and it was, like, really painful carrying that all the way home on foot. But if I had a wagon like a 5-year-old, I would have been fine. Some kind of contraption where you like wear it on your back like a backpack and then deploy it when you need it. If that's not a thing, it should be. Once gifted a cart to get groceries upstairs. That sounds lovely. I live pretty high up in an apartment building, so I just use the elevator, but if I had used the stairs, I would absolutely necessarily need something like that. That or I just have like one really ripped arm, which would raise the kind of questions that I don't like answering. I will say, even with like the lower time limit, digging here is definitely a lot less painful than digging in the first area. Second floor, no elevators. Yeah, that doesn't sound like fun. Like, probably better for your overall fitness. Speaking of fitness, every now and then I think to myself, what if I streamed Ring Fit Adventure? It would definitely fall under public humiliation, I think. That game is very, very good at actually getting you to work out. I feel like if I dug up a tent from like under the water, it's probably not the kind of tent I'd want to live in, even for like a night. But then these people apparently can't set up a tent without like erupting out of it in the morning, destroying it in the process, so what do I know? Chocograph piece, nice. I like how Baldur's Gate 3 handled like that kind of thing. Where if you want to rest, you need a certain number of things that are like labeled as camp supplies, which broadly speaking is just like food and drink. So it's like you can rest as often as you want, but like it makes sense that you're consuming resources because you are literally stopping for the day and having your dinner. As opposed to just, yeah, your tent exploded, find a new one. In Tales, you can make food while resting. It's different in like every game. Like, in Skyrim, or like any Elder Scrolls game really, at any point you can just like stand completely still for an hour, which takes about a second in real time, and completely regenerate all of your resources. You just have to not be in combat, even if people are looking for you. It's really quite funny. I think in Dragon Quest XI, you can like do crafting when you stop to rest. That's a game I started a while ago, but I never finished, so I'll probably do it on stream at some point. Yes, quite indeed. Back when I was in college working on a project, like a collaborative group project, when I was like setting the password on the file with like the guy that I was working with, just to make it nice and easy, I made the password QWE because they're like the first three letters on a standard keyboard. And this guy, who was a Final Fantasy fan, and I wasn't really a Final Fantasy fan at the time, when I was like, let's make the password Que, he looked at me and he was like, Que? Oh, I'm scrunkled? Shoot, thank you for pointing that out. I should not be scrunkled. That was the wrong button. Hold on. That's the unscrunkle button. Anyway. But yeah, this guy is just like quaying at me and I've got no clue what's going on. But it made him happy, so I just went along with it. Of course, now I know what a chocobo is, so... Or rather, I already knew what a chocobo was, but now I know what they sound like. So now I get it. Alternately work, totally valid. I kind of really like chocobos because like their very existence kind of like diffuses the seriousness of any situation. It's like you have an edgelord Dark Knight, but then he gets on a giant yellow chicken and rides off into the sunset, and it's like, yeah, nobody's gonna take that too seriously. We're here for a good time. Don't get me wrong, I love a good edgy protagonist. It's just you get kinda sick of them after a while. Whenever it takes a bunch of beak strikes to dig up, I think that it's something cool. And then it's just like a soft or a potion. I would say that like the things that I get most excited to see when I'm doing this, obviously the Chocograph. But aside from that, probably the Gil drop. Just because I don't want to run out of Gil doing this. As making my way back here if I had to like leave would be kind of a pain. So hopefully I can sustain myself here until it's time to leave. Yeah, like McGill is gonna be fine, I will be grinding. Like, I'm gonna get way more gil than I could ever spend on Chocobo Hot and Cold. I just don't want to have to come back. Because then I have to, like, run all the way around the island again. And, like, it's less of a pain now that I know that, like, that's the thing to do, but I still don't want to. Keep in mind, I'm the kind of person who in 14, I completed my shared fates because I was like, that's less effort than remembering which vendor the different rewards were on. So let's get the consolidated vendor as the reward for unlocking absolutely everything. This is somehow less effort in my mind. Got a potion, but can't carry anymore. I wonder how you make potions. That's something that's always, like, interesting to find out, depending on, like, what the series is. Like, is it a natural concoction? Is it a spell in a bottle that you drink? Like, it's clearly common enough that you can, like, find them available for purchase basically anywhere you go for a trivial price. Unless you're grandma, in which case it's... you would require several lifetimes to afford one. Poor grandma. Anyway. I feel like we kind of got away from using grandma's life savings as a unit of measurement. Mostly because, like, the prices we were dealing with got too big for me to do the math in my head, I think. part of me kind of like wants to go back and like give Grandma a bunch of money to like make up for taking her money at the start of the game. But she's probably dead. Ooh, Chocobeak 16, nice. I wonder if she was like a gambler or something. It's kind of abnormal to have that little gil. How's it going in Newfoundland? I don't live in Newfoundland, but I'm certain things are fine there. Could be normal for non-protagonists, maybe. Ooh, eye drops. That was probably a chocograph. Oh well, I'll find it again, eventually. You're all stuck with me until I do. I certainly hope you don't think it's a bad thing. I can't actually keep you here. You know, beyond just being like, you know, generally entertaining. Which I certainly try my best at. But there's only so much material I can derive from this. Frankly, I'm kind of amazed that the stream of consciousness has already lasted half an hour. See, I just put myself on the spot and my mouth is a little dry. I wonder if the water in this cavern is drinkable. Probably not. It's like connected to the ocean, so it's probably like really salty. I never quite understood why salt water isn't drinkable. And I'm completely sure that this is something that I could like look up and find out in like less than a minute. But I just never checked. Because it's like my mind's like, oh, so like it's salty, it sucks up water, so it like has the opposite effect to hydrating you, but then it's like, but it's dissolved in the water. If it had like totally absorbed it, we'd have, you know, damp salt. So like maybe it's less effective than normal water, but surely you could still drink it. But apparently that's a bad thing, it just doesn't work. Does it like screw with your stomach on the way through or something? I'm actually really curious now. I'll look it up after this round of Chocobo Hot and Cold. Very engaging, wouldn't want to miss a second. You can drink it, it just destroys your kidneys. Gotcha. I figured it was something like that. I just had a really dumb thought. It's like, I don't have kidneys, I'm an adult. I should really get a soundboard with like crickets and like an awkward single person clapping. I would add that to my list of brilliant ideas to improve the stream if I actually had such a list. Mostly I just come up with like brilliant ideas and then I forget the things because I don't have a list. Wait, I do have a list. I just forgot that I made it. Okay, I'm pretty sure I know where I would have put that if it does exist. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that. Okay, that is a list of ideas for weapons for like a fictional character. Why is that in my VTubing? Okay, whatever. Is that in my VTubing folder? Okay, so the list that I described doesn't actually exist. You can mix 1/3 seawater with fresh water. You can drink it without it killing you, it just won't hydrate as well. I mean, at that point, if you've got like enough fresh water to like ratio seawater, just drink the fresh water. It's like I can construct a megaphone with a squirrel, some rope, and a megaphone. It's like you're adding unnecessary steps to a solved problem. Also, if you get the reference, we can be friends. If you don't get the reference, I encourage you to look up Twinkle the Marble Horse without any additional context. Was it Twinkle? Hold on. Yeah, Twinkle the Marble Horse. Look up like a video compilation of Twinkle the Marble Horse. Too old for Dave. Arguably so was I. Didn't stop me. Surely I'm owed a chocograph by now. I've been good. I wonder, am I technically waterboarding my chocobo during this whole thing? Like, I don't think I'm giving him enough time to breathe in between shoving his face back beneath the water. This is just the punishment for failing to find chocographs in a timely manner. You know, if I was smart, I would have looked up how like a speedrunner would do this. Though I imagine a speedrunner would just like find some clever way to like skip the whole thing. Like a 100% speedrunner, not an 80% speedrunner. I was watching a speedrun earlier today of Kaizo Mario Galaxy on GDQ, and I could tell that I'm getting old and boring because my first thought was, how are they playing a ROM hack where Nintendo can see them and not getting stopped? Get help from Bobby Corwin. Who's Bobby Corwin? I feel like that's a name that I should know. It's like ringing a bell. But it's like a faint bell, like several streets over. I forgot what. Oh, the chocobo from the Black Mage Village, you're right. Yes, I totally forgot. I was like, was that the Nintendo CEO that passed away 9 years ago? Or like, his replacement? I am really bad with names and with remembering things. The very Japanese name Bobby Corwin. I mean, I don't know. Thank you for the hydrate. I appreciate that. It is very easy to forget to hydrate when you're doing what I'm doing. I don't know why I suddenly became too bashful to say the word talking a lot. Being surrounded by water? That too. was gonna say I once had a job at like a public swimming pool, but I actually didn't, so that would just be a lie. It's like, ah yes, interesting story from my life. Here's one. Wait, no, that one's just made up. It doesn't exist. Am I an AI? Am I just making things up? Citizen not. I guess you're my little PogChamp. Come here. Come here so I can call you a baka. Baka. I like how people always redeem those together. It's never one or the other, it's always both of them at the same time. It's not a bad thing, it's just an interesting trend that I've noticed. Combine them and triple the price. I mean, it's fine the way it is, it's not disruptive or anything. Come here, you little baka champ. How much for an One-sama or hentai? I'm not sure what exactly you're asking for there. Like calling you a pervert? I would absolutely have like an Ojo-sama laugh in there if I were capable of doing one. I tried practicing it a few times while I was playing Paper Mario and Bo was a character, but I just can't make myself do it. I sound like I'm honking. Have you gotten any of the graphs yet? Yes, I have. I love when that happens. Pervert or respected big sister, or like an ara ara. I've got nothing against it. I'm just not entirely sure what exactly I would say. Was that the first one I got? No, that one was my third. I found 2 other chocographs and then a chocograph piece. Given that the first time around I had to find like 8 of them, I'm not incredibly hopeful. But yeah, in terms of willingness, I'm definitely willing to add like Big Sister and like Pervert. I just need like... I'm not entirely sure what I would say in those scenarios. I only have half the area at the moment. Say what? Do I have to like go out, solve a chocograph so I can walk into deep water and then come back? That's the first thing I was told when I got here. I forgot. Honestly, it's a miracle that I remembered to turn around and walk in when I started the stream. Will the Moogle stop me if I get everything from this upper area? And then be like, go out, find stuff, come back? Or is he just gonna let me keep pecking at the ground fruitlessly? Don't recall if I need the water upgrade. In that case, assuming that I don't need it, it's probably best that I don't get it, just to constrain the amount of area that I have to search in. Yeah, under current conditions, it's like half space, half time. But I kind of prefer having that because, like I said, it's easier for me to find things with like a smaller working area. Because like even with the other area, I never found more than like 2 or 3 per run. So I feel like this is working out better for me. Like, if I have to go down there, I will. But if I don't have to, I'd rather not. I paused the game because for some reason my brain was like, ah, I found it, I must dig it up quickly. But I hadn't actually found it. I'm slowly going insane from Chocobo Hot and Cold. In my dreams tonight, I'm just gonna be doing this for like 6 hours straight. I've actually had that happen before, where like I play a lot of a video game, and then like in my dreams I'm just like playing that video game. And then I wake up like, yes, I made so much progress, and then I realize that I didn't actually make any progress. So then I have to do it in real life. It worked out for me once though, because back when I was progging Necromancer in FF14, I dreamed that I was like doing Deep Palace and I wiped. And then I woke up and I was still at floor 180. So it's like, oh, I didn't actually wipe. That worked out. I'm still a little bit sad that Necromancer isn't a job in 14. And like the delusional part of my brain that like wants things that will never actually happen, wants Necromancer to be a job at some point in the future. There's room for like a damage over time pet job. Ever since the Summoner rework, Necromancer could fill that role. It could happen. Still having issues with buff cap. Just fix that. Simply fix the long-standing bug, and then implement Necromancer. It's that easy. It's always kind of funny to me when people who like don't know how to write computer code start talking about how easy or difficult something is. And like I can't blame them because a lot of the time what's easy and what's difficult is really unintuitive. There's like an XKCD comic on the topic where it's like, I'd like to develop a new application, like a business owner talking to a developer. It's like, I want to develop a new application. It's like, okay. I want somebody to be able to take a picture, and I want it to tell them which park they're in. It's like, okay, give me like a day. And I want it to tell them whether or not the picture is of a bird. It's like, give me 5 years and a team of like top IT specialists. I'm genuinely not sure. It's something to do with how much data is allocated to each player or something. No, like in real life. Like you go to a park, you take a picture. Like which park are you in is the picture of a bird. It's like one of these things is substantially more difficult to implement than everything else. Parks don't have players. There's nothing to do with players. This is like a hypothetical real world like phone application. I think we kind of like gone off topic a little bit. Yeah, no, I wasn't talking FF14, I was talking XKCD. Got the XKCD from FF14. Yeah, exactly. I even said when I did. I was like, there's a relevant XKCD for this topic. Which, to be fair, is a statement that you can always make. There's always a relevant XKCD. This one was kind of deep. Maybe it's a chocograph? Wonderful. I hope that's the last chocograph. Choco says you can't find any more chocographs here for now. Why don't you go to the forest or use the chocograph and do some treasure hunting? Alright, lovely. And just in time for tonight's 5-minute break, first 5-minute break. I honestly couldn't have timed that better if I tried. Alright, please use this time to refill your water, go to the bathroom, anything you want to accomplish in the next 5 minutes. When we come back, we'll actually act upon these chocographs that we just spent the last hour digging up. I'll see you shortly. return. Alright, Chocograph menu. Koopa, why not go play in icy cold water? It looks kind of like the tail of some kind of fish. It's also brown. There was like only one... There's like only one continent that had like really brown, what's the word? Really brown land surrounding it. I can't remember how to get away from this area. The good news is I think once I get deep water I can just go wherever I want and this won't be a problem anymore. However, getting to that point... easier said than done. It doesn't help that I'm having difficulty telling apart the tones in the water. Like, it's kind of difficult telling like what I can walk in and what I can't. I'm pretty sure I just had to like cross the ocean like this way. Then like get to the big landmass and go around. Like that, yes. Alright, and I'm looking for something that's kind of like a fishtail. And there might be roots that aren't actually in the picture because those came later. It is surprisingly loud when you probe the, when you like hit the button. Like out on the open water. The good news is, once I make it to my airship, which is right there, I can search by air. Which will hopefully be a little bit easier. A little bit more view distance would be appreciated, but we'll take what we can get. PS1 limitations and all that. The color of the land is already a pretty distinct indicator. this could maybe be it. I'm gonna go with maybe. This might be it. Do I want to confirm? I'll get a confirm if I can get a chocobo here. Actually, screw that. Yes, please confirm. Please confirm or deny. I don't see any way to summon a chocobo here. It's that? Okay, cool. So that means I gotta get a chocobo across the water, which makes sense because it's a reef-locked thing. This water all seems lighter, so if I can like get a chocobo over here, I can bring it over. There's like a beach that I can use to get it into the water. Right, I think this is where I want to start. Let's do that and see if it makes my life any easier. Yes, it does. Wonderful. The reason I could arrange is because nobody told me to do it tonight. I'm very contrarian. Please just be the one that upgrades me. It was not just the one that upgrades me. Ooh, Dragon Claws. Interesting. That sounds like a weapon for Redditor. A sunken treasure near a peninsula on the southern part of the outer continent. I like it when they just tell me where to look. Makes my life so much easier. Okay, southern part of the outer continent. There's a peninsula. Imagine if I just slammed the airship, like, nose first into a mountain and exploded. And then it's just like, well, no more airship. Like, that was it. You're not getting another one, you kind of blew this one. Morrowind, is that you? I don't think you had airships in Morrowind. Morrowind is definitely a game I should play on stream at some point. It's yet another example of a game that like I started playing years ago and I just never actually like did anything meaningful with. somewhere on this peninsula. I should probably have confirmed the location from the ship first. Let's go back and do that. Might want to double check which continent I'm on. The continents aren't actually labeled, but I assume it's like up here, from the way that you phrased that. Missed out or forgotten. Well, how am I expected to remember all that? That's a lot of stuff to just memorize. What's that shaking? That was kind of ominous. Okay, big beach here. Chocobo there. Let's just poke around and see what we see. An actual fight. Nice. Oh god, what if this wipes me? What if this kills me and then I have to find Chocographs again? I'm actually so terrified by the prospect of this thing killing me. Like, it almost certainly couldn't, but like, what if it did? I am definitely saving my game as soon as I get out of here. The fear of realizing that you might be about to lose a lot of progress. There's nothing quite like it. Granted, an hour isn't that much. It's more the fact that it's a very uneventful hour. Peninsula. I can't actually remember what the definition of a peninsula is. I think it's like when land sticks out into the water. Well, whatever the definition, I'm not south, so it'll be down here. The opposite of a fjord. there are chocobo footprints here somewhere. There's also a marsh that I should probably eat frogs in since I'm in the area. It's always kind of amusing to me, like, the things that, like, become normalized over the course of playing a game. It's like, ah, yes, frogs, opportunity cost. Or, like, opportunity. Grabs frog, puts in mouth hole. Like, mouth fully intact, not mouth opening. You know what I mean? There they are, thank you. Wait. I think there's literally one male frog in this entire marsh. I'm just glad I figured out how to identify them by sight. Oh no. I might have to resummon my chocobo to move it 5 feet. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Southern Peninsula, down this way. Wait, am I on the wrong bit of island again? I think I might be. No, wait, no. I think I might be on the wrong bit of island. You would think that, like, a chocobo minigame... Like, you hear the word chocobo minigame and you don't think difficulty. But this is the reality that I'm living in right now. But, like, I was just here and this wasn't, like, the right place. Hint? Yes please. There are many things that I would, like, take pride in doing on my own. This is not one of them, I'm pretty sure. Southwest. Can I get around like that? No. I think I see on the map what you're talking about. I might need to fly over there. So like this bit specifically. I was like, things got ominous all of a sudden. It's like, yeah, that's the Ifia tree. Alright, I think I can just walk around like that. So, here's my thing. Wonderful. I really hope that this is the one that just lets me walk through deep water. As soon as I get that upgrade, fingers crossed, a lot of my issues go away immediately. Is it like actually on? Yeah, it says I need water to reach it, so it's probably out in the actual water. Kinda startled me. 6 soft, 4 ether, 1 feather boots, an Enkai armlet. I would personally say that was not worth the effort. It's near a city where the night never ends. Dawn Lagoon. It's another one where I need to get out into the water, so... Where the night never ends. I think I know the city. It's the one with like the auction house in it. I just can't remember which city that actually is. I will admit, I'm also getting a little bit just impatient. Like, this minigame, this gameplay is not strictly my idea of a good time. And like that impatience is kind of like coloring the way that I'm like approaching this at this point. And ironically, probably making it take longer. I tried to open the Chocograph menu. I wasn't on a Chocobo. It wasn't going to work. So if you say lagoon, I think like here, because I think this is a lagoon. I very very well could be that. I just need to find chocobo footprints. Like that. We'll just throw the chocobo at the problem and see if it finds anything. I guess not. I'm in your Trino. That was the wrong button again. Is Trino the city where it's always night? I'm near Lindblum. Oh, here's Trino. So it should be here then. Or like maybe up here. Or maybe down here. Yeah, that's definitely open water. With like a relatively long stretch of land, I don't see a beach. It could be this, maybe? Near a city where the night never ends. At this point, I'm just waiting for the chocobo to get excited. There's also only 2 chests left. So if this isn't the one with, like, water walking in it, unless it's like based on number of chests opened. Dawn Lagoon. Like, I would think that this would be it right here, but... Oh, wait, hello? Picture needs to match. Well, that's what I've been looking for this whole time. feel like the view distance is kind of screwing me over a little bit here. Anyway. Strange smoke. Oh, thank goodness. Wanderer, we await your return. Choco, you now have the ability to climb mountains. You are heading towards your homeland. Hurry home. But I wanted deep water. I mean, that's still useful, but I wanted deep water. Doesn't even like let me get into and out of the water wherever I want. Okay, there was one more. What a beautiful sunset, Kupo. Dusk Plains. What even is that picture? I mean, this is kind of cool, I admit, but like... whatever. It's probably... It's probably either here somewhere or down there somewhere. Yeah, exactly, given the color it can only be in certain places. I'm gonna check here because this is so mountainous. So it's kind of like, hey, check out your new Chocobo power. What was the hint? I don't remember. I'll double check once I find a footprint. Surely there were footprints somewhere here. I think they were like down here. But no, then I... Okay, I'm definitely like not thinking as clearly as I could be. I'm like officially annoyed at this minigame now, and that's like not good for my puzzle solving. There's gotta be footprints somewhere. I know that there's like no beaches, because like boats can't make it here, but I could have sworn that there were like footprints somewhere. I might be mistaken. It doesn't help that these cracks kind of look like chocobo footprints. Oh, wait. There they are. Worst back in the day on the CRT, I can imagine. But yeah, the hint is, what a beautiful sunset, Koopa. At least I can just walk over the whole thing. That definitely looks like a pile of mountains viewed from above. So I just gotta find like the right pile of mountains. Are there frogs in this marsh? I feel like I cleared this one out already. Yeah, tadpoles. I will admit, it is kind of cathartic to just like run straight up the side of a mountain. Like, that is nice. I will give the game credit where it's due. The fact that it's flanked by water makes me think that it's gotta be on like the edge. And aim down. Aim came down. How? Oh. I never knew that was a thing. Granted, I'm not sure in what other context I would ever possibly want to do this, but, well. It's gonna be near the water. Not gonna lie, I just threw that one out at random, but we take those. 12 Phoenix Downs, 14 ores, a Kaiser Knuckle, an Iron Man card. And I presume I've got to find some other chocobo thing, because I can't go back to the lagoon without... What's the word? Without, like, picking up more chocographs. Which I can't get to with my current level of upgrade. New areas in the forest now. Oh, like the initial forest? Gotcha. I think they did say go back to the forest. I don't remember though. Feels kind of like a loading screen with the camera like that. You're flaming red now, Kupo, just like a certain Redditor. assume that I'm currently doing this wrong, but I may as well stick this particular run out. Oh. I can just walk straight up, gotcha. And I guess I have to do that in the middle of the game. Doing the minigame throughout the whole game and not all at once is definitely more fun. To be fair, I did do the minigame when I first encountered it, and I didn't find a Chocograph, so I just assumed that that was it. I would have done this from the beginning if I had known that was a thing that I could be doing, or should be doing, rather. How is it on me? I went digging, I didn't find a Chocograph, that's random. How am I supposed to know to keep looking until I find something that I don't know exists? Not actually interacting. I did interact, that's the thing. So like, am I just supposed to like play until I randomly get something up there to dig up, or is there like a thing that I do to like proceed? I could just look it up, but I don't want to accidentally see spoilers more than I already have. It'll tell me when I had them all again. Okay, so it's just dig up the forest again. At least my beak is really strong these days. Dead pepper. What's this dead pepper? Can I see, Koopa? This is a super spicy pepper, Koopa. It was precious seasoning long, long ago. The mist wiped out plant that grows these peppers, though. You should keep it, Koopa. It might come in handy. deals damage to the target if you give it to a chocobo. That is remarkably undescriptive. Do I want to hit about it? Yes, please. Like, if I'm being perfectly honest, I'm kind of fed up with this minigame. I kind of just want it to be over. That island in the corner of the map when there's a crack in the mountainside, go there with the chocobo, stuff a pepper in his gob. I can certainly do that. How on earth would I know to do that? Like, whenever there's a secret like that in a game, I'm just like, this was put there to sell strategy guides. There is no way that somebody found that organically. It's like that one bow in Final Fantasy XII. It's like, no, nobody is ever going to find that one. Or like the Zodiac Spear. Just, you're not going to find that without being told exactly where it is ahead of time. How about yourselves? Oh, I guess you're just smarter than me then. Sorry, that came across as really passive-aggressive. I just don't see how you would make that connection. That, and I'm feeling a little uncharitable because I had to play Chocobo Hot and Cold. I'm a lot nicer to this game when I'm not playing Chocobo Hot and Cold. There's a hint in game. Okay, if there's a hint, then it's acceptable. It's almost, not quite, but it's almost time for the second break of the stream. I think I'll just keep playing this game through it. Hot and cold. Ooh, chocograph piece. That's my third piece. Do I get a full chocograph yet? Or is it quartered? Sixteenths, please tell me you're kidding. You are? Oh, thank goodness. was fully prepared to believe you. Alright. The spot that's right there always like really annoys me. I can never quite get it. That said, 500 gil, we take those. Strongerbeak, 4th Chocograph piece. Surely that's it. Oh, and a full Chocograph. Lovely. Okay, I'm happy again. Do I have a favorite NPC from this game? I would say... Do party members count? Because if party members count, then Freya. If they don't count, then Hilda. Actually, Freya's a PC, so yeah, she wouldn't count. Hilda. Kai was cheating on her and she went full Circe on his ass. Gotta respect it. Ooh, another dead pepper. Nice. Another dead pepper. Nice. I was afraid that, like, I'd only have the one. But if they're farmable, then it's kind of, like, more acceptable to not know exactly where to use it right away. Alright, that said, it is time for tonight's second 5-minute break. I'm just gonna keep playing this in the background. I don't think we're gonna miss much. Please use this time to refill your water, go to the bathroom, whatever you think you can accomplish. I'll see you shortly. It occurs to me that, like, if I'm gonna keep playing through my own break, I may as well just, like, talk, I guess? All this is secret bonus for subscribers and people with ad block. Ooh, a chocograph. Shit, okay. That's the kind of thing I would have rather found on camera. But we're just gonna roll with it. We're just gonna play it cool. Nobody will ever know. Well, they will when I tell them, which I'll do like first thing. But until then, it's just our little secret. Oh, also VOD watchers. If you're like in the future and you're watching the VOD, and you like didn't skip past the break, then you'll be hearing this. If so, hi future. I hope things are going, you know, at least reasonably well. What about us in the future? I was just saying something for like any VOD watchers who didn't skip past the ad thing. I was like, given that I'm like still playing in the background, I may as well be talking. Like, putting up the ad screen was probably just a thing that I shouldn't have done in the first place. But like a little bit, I think there were no ads. You must be a subscriber. But yeah, the main reason that I have like these breaks is to let ads run, because I can't choose to not have ads. And like normally I don't play during the ad break, but I mean this is Chocobo Hot and Cold, who cares? Yeah, screw it, I'll just end it a couple of minutes early. There's no reason to stick to the way I normally do things if I'm not doing things the way I normally do things. Truly, I'm a wordsmith. Wraith, welcome. Yeah, it's good to see you. Also, during the ad intermission thing, I did find a chocograph. I'm not done finding chocographs. But yes, Wraith, I hope things are going well for you. Am I? I'm doing fairly decently. I have lost more than 2 sanity points to playing Chocobo Hot and Cold for 5 hours straight at this point. Well, 5 hours concurrently during Final Fantasy IX streams. Tonight has just been 2 hours concurrently. But aside from that, I'm doing fairly well. What do I get from this minigame? These things called chocographs, which lead me to treasure chests in the overworld, which lead me to upgrades for my chocobo, which leads me ultimately to this game's super boss. So, given that I want to fight the super boss, it's not optional. There are also like a handful of other rewards you can like get from this minigame, but the main thing is the chocographs. Yeah, you basically like play hot and cold with like how excited your chocobo is. Except the spot you have to dig up is like a single pixel. And your chocobo is not very good at actually communicating where it is. Oh, thank goodness, chocograph. For a mercy, the Moogle will tell you when you're done digging up chocographs. So there's a chance that this Moogle releases me from my torment right now. He didn't. So I gotta keep going. Yeah, most of the chest loot wasn't really anything to write home about. But one of them turned my chocobo blue and let him walk in shallow water. And then another one turned him red and let him go over mountains, which is how I'm able to climb up here. And like, there's probably like some super intelligent way to get this done quickly. But if there is, I'm not versed in it. Ooh, Phoenix Pinion, we take those. I don't think I've actually summoned Phoenix once. In any scenario where like I would want to summon Phoenix, Ariel was dead. The character Ariel, renamed Aiko. So Phoenix has just never really been on the table. But the more Phoenix Pinions that I'm carrying, the stronger Phoenix is, so finding those is nice. couple of times where Phoenix auto-summon saved you from a game over. How does auto-summoning work? Or do you mean like during a trance? Because if it's during a trance, I could see how that'd be like really cool. Just Phoenix every single turn. Aesthetically, at least, summoning has always like been something that's super cool to me. It's one of the reasons that like I really like necromancers. I like the idea of like your thing being that like you control powerful minions. Kind of like Pokemon actually, except like more mature than Pokemon. Phoenix is randomly summoned automatically if Aiko is in the party and the party is defeated, proportional to the amount of Phoenix pinions in the inventory. Number of Phoenix pinions over 256 times 100. That's really cool. I like that actually. Just not today. Something that I'd really like to see is a video game where like you play as a summoner, but it's not an RTS or an RPG. Like, I definitely feel like it'd probably be like kind of hard to design and pull off, but I feel like it could be really cool. And the only game that I've seen that like really resembles what I'm talking about is Castlevania Curse of Darkness. Which is something else that I'll probably end up playing on stream at some point. Just because the premise is so cool. Like, you got the main character who kind of controls a bit like Dante from Devil May Cry. And then, like, you have, like, your summoned minion. Who normally is just, like, kind of doing their own thing, but then, like, on your D-pad, you can, like, give them orders to, like, use special powers or to, like, more directly support you. And then, like, you have a bunch of different minions, so you can, like, swap them out based on what you need. Very cool premise. I'm not sure what's worse, the fact that I'm still doing this, or the fact that I'm starting to get a hang of it. I'm not sure which one concerns me more. It's like, I guess if you spent 5 hours doing anything, you're gonna start getting good at it, but it's like... I didn't want to be 5 hours deep into Chocobo Hot and Cold. Okay, I think I need some new material because complaining about Chocobo Hot and Cold is getting old even to me. That stuff there in the middle kind of just gives me a Link to the Past vibes. Like, I expect to see a cursed child there sitting, playing a flute. With like a bunch of like woodland animals around him entranced. And then when I get nearby, he like plays a haunting melody, fades away, and then like the animals disappear. I really like A Link to the Past. Thank you for the hydrate. I will do that as soon as this round ends. $200 gil, yay, now I can play more Hot and Cold. That Moogle is making an absolute killing, given that it's doing literally nothing. It's just supervising while I tear up this like beautiful forest with a Chocobeak. Like, it's not even his forest, it's the Chocobo's forest. Alright, hydrating. Yeah, unfortunate if the Moogle gets a Chocobeak to the skull. Try and stop me from digging it up now, Koopa. I will say, it does provide a valuable service in letting me know when I'm free. It's like, you got all the Chocographs. Whenever it takes more than one, like, dig to remove from the ground, I'm like, is this the Chocograph? I get my hopes up. There are 40 minutes left in stream tonight, and if I'm still doing Hot and Cold by the time that I'm done, like streaming, I think I'm just gonna try and finish Hot and Cold off camera, because I don't want to do 3 straight streams of this. It's just 9 hours of striking the ground with a beak. If not more. 2 more levels of Chocobo to go through. Oh no. Okay, I won't do the whole thing, but if I'm not finished with like this particular like instance of forest hunting, I'll finish that. I'll do like the actual Chocograph like exploring on stream, but like I'll finish up the forest hunting off camera. Granted, this is only if I don't get it done in the next 40 minutes. I really hope I get it done in the next 40 minutes. 40 minutes is a long time. I'm also curious to break down that door in the corner. That, like, unmarked island. Imagine this is somebody's favorite part of mine. I'm certain it probably is. There's probably somebody out there who just really likes chocobos. And they're not wrong, it's just not my favorite. In fact, I'd say it's pretty far removed from my favorite. I try not to be negative. I really do. I just get bored easily. It's funny, I say that I get bored, but like, in the last couple of days, I've spent 14 hours crafting basic, like, not basic, I spent 14 hours crafting intermediate materials in Final Fantasy XIV. By hand. So it's like, I do subject myself to these things. I've got nobody to blame but myself. I wonder how much damage a dead pepper does if you actually use it as an item in combat. Like, I presume that that's like a hideously inefficient use of the item. But I'm kinda curious how powerful it is. I have around 1,000 of them. I've got like maybe 10. Oh boy, Choco Beak's stronger. I'll actually check after this. I'm kind of curious how many I've got now. I was afraid that I'd only get the one, but then I started digging up more and it's like, okay, it's not that big of a deal. 30 points per pepper in inventory. So if I just like grab them and chuck them, they're weak, but if I stockpile them and use them sparingly, it can actually be kind of strong. That's kind of cool. 30 times 99. That's like the max there. 1980, not bad. I think I made myself smug by accident. Because like numpad 3 is my smug toggle. If when I ever start streaming PC content, I'm going to need to find somewhere else to put my toggles, maybe on like the function keys. So that I don't accidentally start like emoting whenever I'm just like doing things in games or typing things to people. I almost just like pranked myself. I was thinking to myself, oh, Chocograph, thank goodness. I was thinking to myself, yeah, I could like put them on the function keys with like a modifier, so like Alt F1, Alt F2, Alt F3. I almost got myself. No more Chocographs, thank goodness. Why don't you go to Chocobo's Lagoon or use Chocograph and do some treasure hunting? Well, I can't do any more Chocobo's Lagoon. So, thankfully I can go hunting now. The forest lies where many mountain ranges merge. I think I've flown over that. You know, it took me 9 hours, congrats. Actually, it's been 5.5. It'd be 9 hours if I spent another session on this. Here we are. Seven ether, 2 elixir, 10 wing edges, a high mage staff. Vivi might like that. Save my game. Very good idea. Treasures on high plains. We absolutely should save our game. If I got like ganked and died here, I would definitely like call the stream a half hour early. There would be like no emotionally recovering from that tonight. High Plains. It's by a beach, so there's only so many places it could be. Okay, so far this has been way nicer than the previous set. Have I fought Grand Dragons? I don't think I have. One person was highly encouraging me to farm dragons to power up Freya's Dragon Crest. Here we are. Strange smoke appeared. Getting sleepy. I'm happy to have found this one early. Or is it early? I don't even know anymore. Wanderer, we await your return. Choco, you now have the ability to cross oceans. You are getting close to your homeland. I presume I go back and I farm more Choco Lagoon now. Best place to farm is near Daguerreo. Farm dragons in particular, farm XP, farm Gil. Or just like all around. Farm dragons, noted. I'm certainly not opposed to having a damage cap attack. And now the world is my Chocobo, yeah. I mean, I still can't go down and up these things. And there's like the gold Chocobo, but aside from that, yeah. Let's try and get out onto the ocean. I can't remember if I need the airship to get to that corner thing. Oh, this is cathartic. Okay, I need the airship. This is very cathartic, though. After being thwarted by deep water so often. I should probably finish the other Chocographs. But I want at least one, like, exciting thing to happen tonight. Wait, are there no footprints here? I need the gold Chocobo for this, don't I? Well, it was a nice thought. That or I just completely missed them, which does sound like something I would do. Forgotten Plains. The long peninsula sort of points to the location of the treasures, Koopa. Right, there's no ocean access to that continent. Gotta use the airship. I have once again forgotten where the footprints are. I really should, like, make a mental note of these things. But if I did, I'd just forget. My normal strategy of just, like, complaining and then instantly stumbling across what I need seems to be working well enough anyway. Actually, there's a bit of green through that thing, so it might be in the other continent. Like, up here. My brain is just totally fried by this point. The peninsula sort of points towards the treasure. You know, my brain is totally fried. Thinking is hard. Honestly, that strip of green is probably a better hint than like anything else. The long peninsula sort of points to the location. On the Forgotten Plains. Wait, wasn't this the Forgotten Continent? Was I right the first time? Maybe it's like that? I don't even know anymore. The Forgotten Continent is somewhere in the west. Thank you. I genuinely can't, like, remember what the names of them are. Like, I know that the first one is Mist. And that's it. Actually, I did make a mental note this time. The peninsula sort of points at it. It's flanked by ocean, there's a mountain down the middle. The peninsula sort of points at it. Yeah, and I need to be like up on the mountaintop. Hint? Sure, yes please. Like, I could probably be doing a better job, but it's late, my brain is fried. The northern end of this continent, thank you. Need it narrowed more. The peninsula sort of points at it. No, I think I'm good. I don't know why I'm so invested in this one in particular. Bunch of gems, a demon's mail. That was not worth the emotional investment. The only Chocograph left is Cold Lagoon, and then it's back to the Chocobo Lagoon. Luckily, this one seems very distinct. I just need to get off this continent because there are no beaches on this continent. I do find it kind of endearing how presumably by the end of this, the Chocobo will be better at getting me around the world than the airship is. Like really, the only thing the Chocobo needs is the ability to like get onto and off of land without a beach. And it's just better than the airship. Okay, this one's nice and head empty. There's only so many places it could possibly be. Peridot, 9 Opal, 15 Sapphire, 19 Topaz. That was pretty cool. And now it's back to the lagoon. Which, luckily, I can just run to this time. You look kind of dirty, Koopa. Where? Did I hurt your feelings? I'm sorry, Koopa. Well, it doesn't matter what color you are, Koopa. You're still my Choco. And I presume we're going to be doing this for the rest of the night. That was a lot of Evergrow Potion. Oh yeah, this map is much smaller. I don't have to like run up and down like those mountains. Wow, that's amazing. I'll give you bonus time after 4 discoveries. I'll double the points from here. I'll give you 10 extra seconds. Good luck, Koopa. So, exact same deal as in the forest, basically. How many Chocographs are even left? I'll double check after this. The user interface can just probably tell me how many there are overall. what I want to know is, like, did a rich person come here and explode? Because there's just, like, thousands of Gale laying around waiting to be claimed. Manny is hiding the treasures. Does that mean that, conceivably, I could stab him and take all of the Chocographs right from the start? Because if that was an option... If that's not an option, it should be. Why am I so quick to choose violence except when it's actually the solution? I don't know, because it's funny. All else aside, this map I think is way better than the first one. Just because there's like so much less space to case. Ooh, Chocograph. I forgot to check how many of those I actually needed. Another dead pepper, you take this. I'm just checking my Chocographs real quick. So, presumably, one or two more, like, pieces will give me one. So, I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Am I saving my Choco points for anything in particular? No, I am not. I'm just kind of like accumulating them in the process of going for these Chocographs. This Protect Ring is probably pretty good. Oh, this one's deep. It was only 100 Gale. It wasn't even 200 Gale. That's somehow more insulting than finding 50. I don't know why. There's like some kind of like weird, like worth it or not formula that my brain has concocted and not let me in on. It's like an inverse bell curve. I think I'm starting to like lose it a little bit. Assuming I had it to begin with, of course. I'm an anime girl on the internet playing PS1 games on a Sunday night. Not so sure I had it to begin with. Well, when you put it like that... Something I really wish that this model had was like... How shall I put this? Like a very sane toggle. With like, you know, shrunken pupils and like a twitching eyelid. My hair just a little bit disheveled. Ooh, Chocograph, love to see it. Now I'm just thinking about that one, like, Bocce the Rock cosplayer, where like, the girl was like cosplaying like that one like chronically drunk girl from Bocce. And she like got absolutely wasted and like fell off of a stage. And everybody was just like, that is the most faithful cosplay I've ever seen. My mind just went there. Okay, so there's like 5 chocographs to go. I actually really like the thought of cosplaying. The main things holding me back being like a lack of confidence and a lack of confidence. But like dressing up like an anime or video game character sounds like a lot of fun. That's part of why I like VTubing. Would I want to cosplay? Good question. I guess without having like a very like up-to-date, like popular character, probably like Miu Ishigo from Tokyo Mew Mew. She was like the character that kind of like got me into anime in general way back in the day. I always wanted to like wear that dress. Sakura better. I can see where you're coming from with that one. I I would love to have her as a friend. I don't think I could, like, pull her off. If memory serves, she was very tall. Ooh, another chocograph. Nice. Oh no, my mind was just like Utena from Looking Up to Magical Girls. Yeah, I absolutely do not have the confidence for that one. If you're not familiar with Utena from Looking Up to Magical Girls, don't look it up if there's anybody looking over your shoulder. You do her non-transformed? Where's the fun in that? We're getting a little bit close to the end of stream. And by a little bit close, I mean it's in 5 minutes. Thank you for the hydrate. So let's just see how many chocographs we can dig up in 5 minutes. Maybe it'll be the last one? No. There are too many chocographs that I don't have. Unless I got like 3 in a row, I don't think it's happening. Hanabishi Haruka. I'm not familiar with Hanabishi Haruka. Hold on. Let me look her up. Like, I might be familiar with her, I just don't recognize her name. I'm terrible with names. Search Google. Oh, she's cute. I like her. She's definitely got like the same vibe as Miyo Ishigo. Is it bad that my first thought was, but like Magia Azure suits me so much better? Outfit too easy to make, easy to pull off. Lewd? Oh, you mean like, oh, I'm sorry, I misinterpreted that. I should go to bed. Anyway, oh no. Oh no. Oh, would you look at that? It's time to call the stream for the night. Thank you all so much for showing up. I really appreciate it each and every time. I'll probably grab the rest of the chocographs off stream and then like I'll do the hunt for them next time. Next stream will be on Monday. The game will be Crosscode. The next time I'm streaming Final Fantasy IX will be on Sunday. I hope you have a wonderful night, and I hope to see you again. Good night. Citizen Not, I guess you are my little PogChamp. I hope you stuck around to hear this. Yeah, have a wonderful night. I hope to see you again.